Today I'm doing my Project Pan update for October. I do have some empties this time, and I will include a picture of my previous empties just because I have a lot of products and this will get long. If you haven't seen one of my Project Pan videos for this year, what I'm doing is picking 5 products every month. Most of them have been in a theme. I do give myself a random theme option just in case, and it's getting much harder now to pick products. But I will include a list of all the previous themes that I picked products in. Hopefully, though not likely at this point, I will have gone through 60 products. It's obviously not looking that way at this point, but you know, let's try for half, 30, yay. So I'm going to get into the empties that I've got, show you the progress on my other products, and then give you my new products. The first empty that I have is the MAC Tender Tone in Tread Gently, and it is right there, and this still smells really good. I actually really liked this. It was a good topper for like purple lipstick or anything that looks really good with gold. This is actually a really great topper. I also used it at night because it actually worked really well. It didn't moisturize as much, but it lasted. So I would still have some of this on in the morning when I woke up. So it was a good, almost like a protective barrier type of product. I don't know that I'd buy one of these again. Tread Gently was a limited edition color. I don't know if the Tender Tones are always in the MAC line. I don't know if they have a permanent selection of them. I don't know that I'd buy another one just because it's more expensive than I really want to pay for a lip balm, but I did like it. Then I finished my M Cosmetics. This was a contour highlight stick. I had long since finished the bronzer. I was working on the highlighter, and I have done it. It's flat now, and I like this. I really wish they sold the contour stick all by itself because I liked that much better than I liked the highlight. I do have another one of these. This is in Fair. The other one I have is in Light. I know that other brands make the contour sticks, so I would probably try one of those before I decided to repurchase this. But if I didn't like any of those, I would definitely repurchase this, if not for the highlight side, for the contour side, which I really did like. Then I finished out the lotion that I had this thing in. This is the Benefit Watts Up. I dug it out, put it in lotion. I have finished that lotion, and I would not ever get this. I just didn't like it that much. I feel like maybe I'm not the biggest fan of the cream highlight. I actually really like cream blush, and I was actually really cool with the bronzer stick. Maybe I just haven't found the right highlight. I do like the ColourPop one the couple times that I tried it that I have in here that I'll start working on, but I hate wasting these kind of things really in lotion, but if I don't like the product, I feel like at least I'm getting some sort of use out of it. So, but I would not buy this again. Then, I mean, this is essentially done. This is the Whiskey Zero Liner. There is a little bit right there. I don't know, but you can see there's a hole in there. It's so dried out, and that just won't sharpen anymore. So I'm just done with this. It's not worth trying to fix. It just came out, and that's about what's in there, and it's just not worth messing with, I basically finished this whole thing. So I'm counting it done. I don't want to have to try to take a knife and scrape off stuff just to get it to work, seeing it won't sharpen. That's a lot of work for this. It is finally to a point where I am calling it done. Then the last thing is just a tiny bit sad. I have the Benefit foiled cream shadow. I had it in a different container than this. I took it out of here just because this is really small. And I was going to try to make it not so dry again. I dropped it. It all fell on the floor. So I am not picking it up off the floor and putting it back on my eyes. So it's done. I had to throw it all out. All of it went all over the floor. So, and then I have my products in here. I actually do have a table now, and my cat took it over. So I have not been able to use it at all. But I've got everything in here. They'll come in no particular order, just for ease. The first thing I have is the Natural 100 UV Minerals Sun Kill Powder. I really thought I would be done with this. It was so close last time. I am right here at the bottom. I really thought I'd be done with this, but I guess I just didn't use it that much. There were quite a few days where I didn't wear makeup at all, so that probably had something to do with it. But yeah, hopefully this will be done soon. This is actually one of the products that I've had in since the very beginning, so I'd like to get rid of it. I guess it's nice to know, though, that if you buy a product, it'll last you a year. So I had put this one in last time. This is the e.l.f. Tone Correcting Powder. It already had pan. See, I have not finished that other powder. I didn't even start on this one. But if I can finish that one fairly quickly, I should be able to get a good chunk of this done. Once it hits pan, it goes by pretty quickly. The other powder I have is the Etude House Zero Sebum Powder. And I am right there, so I've used a good bit of this, and I do like this. I don't know if it'll finish, but I would continue using this anyway. I like it. Then I have this CC cushion right here, and I don't like this. I tried it out actually today before filming this. I had to wipe all my makeup off because it looked so bad. I'm going to give it one more month before I just quit on it. I thought about just throwing it away this time, but I'm going to try it again, see if I can get it to work somehow. If not, I'm just not going to use it anymore and I'm going to throw it away. Then I have the MAC Magically Cool Liquid in Honey Rose, and I've still got a ton of this left. It actually doesn't look like much there, but that's because in this bag it tipped over and it's all in the top. So I'm actually not going to open this because I don't want it to spill all over everything. But yeah, I mean, I feel like this is not going to be done at all. Then I have the MAC Tenderling Blush, and I have had pan on it, I think, since last month. So this definitely won't be done, but I do want to continue working on this. I figure pan is a good goal for this kind of thing, but I'm going to continue working on it and just see how big I can get the pan. And I have the Monster Super Shock Cheek thing from ColourPop, and I have not really touched this since I put it in here, but seeing I finished the M1, I am going to focus on this. My goal for this is just to hit pan, because even if ColourPop is shallow, I wouldn't be able to finish that in the 2 months that are left in this project, so I'm going to work on hitting pan. Then I'm actually pretty excited about the progress on this one. This is the Candy Eyed Eyeshadow Helper from Lime Crime, and I am right there. So I have gotten a good chunk of this done. I've got like little scraps, but it's mostly right in that corner. It's not all that deep, so I'm really hoping to get this one done. It would be one of the ones that I have to throw out at the end of the year, so I definitely would at least like to finish one of them, because I know that there are a couple that I'm just not going to finish. One of those that I'm not going to finish probably is the Jabot Cream Blush. This is a Natural Flush Light. And I've got that much left, which doesn't seem like a ton, but, you know, it hasn't gone down all that quickly, so I definitely wouldn't be able to use that up in 2 months, but I'm going to see just how far I get. Honestly, if I can get so close that only in like maybe another couple months I can finish it, I might hang on to it just for the sake of finishing it. The package is kind of junky now, so I probably would not keep the package for the fact that it's Jabot. If you haven't seen one of these before, basically I bought this because I watched The Young and the Restless, and I was really into the fact that they had done an actual line based on a fictitious cosmetics brand. Then I have my Hard Candy Glamouflage Light Concealer, and I feel like I finished a product just because I've been working on it so long, but I technically haven't. I really wanted to finish both sides of this, not just one. However, I did finish this side. And this is the darker of the two sides, so I have this side left, and that is all that's left on this one. So I should definitely be able to finish this up pretty quickly. The other concealer I have in here is LA Colors Concealer. This is supposed to be in light. It says light right there. This is not light. This is medium or something, but still not light. So maybe it's not medium, but it's definitely not light. It's actually very similar in deepness to the medium one of this brand. And it's a terrible concealer that basically does nothing. So I'm just using what I can until the end of the year. I'm not going to finish this. It's likely not, I'm probably not even going to get much further, but I just wanted to get my dollar's worth out of this before I throw it away. If I actually wasn't doing this project, I probably just would have thrown it away, so I just want to see what I can get out of it before it goes. And that's pretty much the only product that I have in here that I put in here without the real intention of trying to finish. The next thing I have is the Baby Lips Dr. Rescue, and this is in Coral Crave. And I am right here. So I have been using this. I actually do kind of like it. The color is not as bright as that, so it's actually not a bad color to just kind of wear around. I don't love this formula either. I was hoping it'd be a little bit different than the Baby Lips formula, and it is slightly, and it's definitely got that kind of mentholy feel, but it's still very, very slick, almost like an oily sort of feeling, which I don't love. I don't love the Baby Lips regular formula, and I don't love this formula, but I don't mind using it so much. It's just a little bit harder than I thought it would be. You know, some lip balms are kind of soft, so they're easier to go through. This is actually a little bit harder in like how tight it is and how easily it goes down, but I should be able to get this done. I've got a lot of lip products in here though. Then I have the Tarte for True Blood Lip Surgence, and you know, I've never rolled this up. It's still on the same point that it's on. It's working its way down, but I kind of hate that I didn't get very far. I mean, it feels like it doesn't have a lot of product, but I've been wearing down that tip for quite some time. I don't know. I'm feeling really sad about some of these. Like, I know that I should really throw them away after this. But I feel like, seeing I put so much work into them, I really want to finish them. But something like this, I don't know if it would be really conceivable to finish it with any length of time when it already really needs to go. I feel sad about some of these. Then I have this Kaylin lip tint, and I didn't really use this month. I don't really like it a whole lot. This I don't know. It's not my thing. I got it in, I think, Ipsy, so I won't be too sad at the end of the year. I'm gonna throw this away, and I won't be too sad about that. Then I have the Etude House Color My Brows. There's not really much to show on this. I've just been using it. It's starting to feel a little bit clumpy, so I think it might be drying out, which would honestly be a good thing. I didn't really consider the fact that I was going to change my hair when I picked this. At the moment, this color still works with this, but I have plans to actually make it darker than this. This was just the transition, so it didn't look so weird. But this won't work when my hair is much darker often. I mean, I might be able to mix it to get it to work better. But yeah, it feels like it's starting to dry out though, so it may be gone soon anyway. Then I have the Urban Decay Perversion Mascara. Still, I can't really show much on this, but it's still wet. So it doesn't seem like it's drying out all that much. It doesn't get all over the place though as much, so I guess it is drying out a little bit. Then I have this Smashbox Photo Finish Pore Minimizing Primer, and I can't find it. I have the tube here. I had squeezed it out of the tube into a little container because I like to see how much I have in there, and this little tube kept getting air in it, so I was having a hard time telling where I was. So I squeezed it out in a little container. I used it like a couple times like that, and now I can't find it anywhere. Hopefully it did not get thrown out, but I don't know what happened to it. So hopefully I can find it and not have to throw this out because I lost it. Then I have the NYX Dark Circle Concealer, and it feels like it's never ending. I did poke a hole in it last time. That hole has since been covered up. I'm hoping that I'm actually pretty close to the bottom of the container, which is all I feel like I'll get out of this time, but I would like to at least hit the bottom of the jar for it. I have the Benefit Moonbeam next. This has been shaken up. I really haven't used it since last time though. I think it's maybe about right here, but I don't really know. I was using up the other lotion, didn't really use up this lotion. So hopefully I can get some more use out of this. I think I might actually, because I do like it in lotion, I might hang on to it afterwards. Even though it's really old, it really should go, but I think that if I just put it in lotion, it should be okay afterwards. Then I have the Bare Minerals 5-in-1. I wasn't using this for a good chunk of the month, but when my other one dropped, this is the one I moved to, so it doesn't require a lot of product to use because it spreads really easily. I had taken the stopper out quite some time ago because I couldn't get any product out at the time. Now I get a lot of product, but I really just don't know how much is in here, so I don't know how long it's going to take. Probably longer than this project, but we'll see how far we get. Then I have my Peri Pero lip tint, which is right there. Maybe a lip tint wasn't the best thing to put in here just because I have so much other stuff. The one thing that I like about the lip tints is they can generally be used on the cheeks too. However, seeing I've got the cream blush, I have not been using it that way. And this color straight up on its own does not look good on me, so I have to layer it on things. Sometimes it doesn't work out depending on what other color that I'm using. I could have put it on today, but I actually kind of like this being red and didn't really want to add orange to the mix, but I would generally add orange on top just to use it up a little bit. But it's not bad. Then I have two lip glosses that I didn't really use much this time. I have the Elizabeth and James Nirvana one. I'm like maybe right here or so. Right there. It's hard to tell because it was on its side, but I just need to pick one of these and focus on them. maybe I can get one done. The other one is the Urban Decay Lip Junking Gloss in this hot pink color. I did use this once. If you saw like the last couple videos that I did use this some to kind of mute down the lip surgence. I put the NARS like nude one on, then I put this on, kind of patted it away, and then used the lip surgence, yeah, on top of it, and it kind of muted it down to that kind of like pinky color that I had. So I did use this like once or twice in that way, but I really just need to pick one, focus, get it done. If I focus on the lip gloss, use it constantly, like reapply and everything, I should definitely be able to get it done. I think it might be this one, just because I don't mind this one, and I think this one is a little bit older. Okay, now we're down to the last little bits of stuff right here. The first one is the Chella Ivory Lace Highlighter. I am right there. I use this pretty much every day I wear makeup, and I really like it. Then I have the NYX Wonder Pencil. I am right there. I haven't used it that much because I really have only been wearing the lip balm, and this isn't needed for that. Then I have the NARS lipstick. Ooh. And I'm right there. I again did not use this much this month. I mostly used the lip balm. Then I have my Flower lip liner in Cherry Red. I am wearing that today. I am right here. You know, it doesn't seem like a lot, but I am not sure that I will be able to finish this. Then I have the Neutrogena lip balm. I didn't really use this. I mostly like lost it. I found it like a couple days ago. So yeah, I just didn't really use this. I focused on the Baby Lips one. Then I think this is actually the eyeliner that I can finish. This is the Urban Decay Stash, and it is that big. It does dry out fairly quickly, and sometimes it breaks off. It is pretty old, so I think just with that fact of me having to sharpen it a lot, it will go by fairly quickly. Then I have the NYX Micro Brow, and I feel like I don't have a ton of it. I did find out you can roll it up, and I only have that much left. So that should not take long at all. I don't know that I would buy a different color in this though, because I don't love it. I think it's a little dry. I still have not touched the Bella Pierre lip liner. And then I have Max Teddy right there. And I just haven't been focusing on this much because I have been working on the other two liners instead of this one. Okay, and that is it for all the products that I currently have in this project. I mean, you can tell that I still have a lot. At the moment, there are 50 products that have been in here, and you can tell that I have quite a few of those left. But I'm adding in 5 more. This was really kind of hard to find products for this. So because of that, it's just a random category, just products that I was able to find that I thought I might be able to use. So the first one is actually another mascara, and this is by NYX, but it's actually one of the colored mascaras, and this is called Perfect Pear. And I opened it a while ago. Still smells fine, but I think I used it once or twice and it's been sitting there. So I think that I want to try to get some more use out of this for the next 2 months before it really should go. I feel like it's probably okay. It doesn't smell like it's spoiled, just because it's been closed this whole time. So I want to give it like its last little bits of use before I throw it out. Then I really wasn't going to do any sort of lip product in this because I do have a ton of lip products that I still need to get done. But I really couldn't find any other products that I thought I might have a decent shot at using. And I don't even know that this one really has a chance of being finished. I think I tried it and I've never used it since. But it is a different sort of lip product, so I should be able to use it regardless of what other product that I'm using. And that is the ColourPop Lippie Sticks Primer. So it's just a clear lip primer. And I think I've used this once, like I tried it out once, but there's only that much in there. So I'm hoping that if I can't get all of it, that I can get a good chunk of it. I'm not sure why I bought it in the first place because I've never really loved lip primers. I actually feel like they make my lips more dry and make my product go on a little bit worse, but who knows? Seeing I didn't really try this out much. I think I tried it once. Maybe I'll love it. Then these other ones are sample kind of things just because I'm really running out of things to do. And honestly, I don't want to put things in that I know that there's just no way to finish. I do have a few of those that are turning out that way, but I don't really love that idea because the whole point really is to finish it. However, with only 2 months or next month a month, I either have to decide that I just want to get some use or they've got to be small products. So I do have some sample sizes this time. One's actually a pretty decent sized sample though. It's this Vanilla Co. CC Whitening Moisturizing Color Control Base. So it says it's a CC cream. I think it's actually more a face primer, which will still work if I can find the Smashbox one because that one's the pore filler. So I can still use this, use that, and be able to get some stuff done. So then I have this Urban Decay sample in Eden. Seems a little silly to put in a packet, but everyone's got this. Everyone's tried it. They know it takes forever. I have used the original, I think, that was in this package, and it took forever. So I'm hoping that I finish that Lime Crime one up pretty quickly, and then I can get this one done. And then my last little thing is a CC Cushion sample from Vanilla Co. And I'm hoping that I don't hate this one as much as I hated that one. It's got a tiny little puff with it. And I haven't opened this before, so it's still sealed, but it would have just like a little pad in there, I'm sure, of product. So hopefully that won't take too long. I'm going to give that other one a shot, but I also want to finish this one. I also don't know about this color. It's called Light Beige, so I don't know if that'll be too dark or not. But that is everything for this Project Pan update. I am hoping that next month I will have way more products done that I can share because I feel like this is definitely not turning out as successfully as I had hoped it would when I first started it. I really thought that I'd be able to get some of these done way more quickly, but I have so many products that have lasted me like almost the whole year. So hopefully in the last 2 months, some of these long-lasting ones will finally kick it and I can at least get half of the products. I'd love to actually have more than 50% of my products done, but we're aiming for half right now, which would be 30. So I'm hoping that happens. But yeah, if you haven't checked out my previous video, it will be linked to the side, and my Project Pan playlist is also linked to the side, and I'll talk to you guys later.